Hello, I'm Tom Hollingsworth, and welcome to Networking Field Day. We're here in sunny Santa Clara, California with NEC at Networking Field Day 13. We're also joined by a group of Networking Field Day delegates around the table who represent the best and brightest minds in the networking industry as bloggers, podcasters, writers, and speakers. They have been invited to this event to take part in discussions, to ask questions, and offer their opinions on technology. If you'd like to learn more about this event series, including how to become a presenter or a delegate yourself, please go to our website at techfieldday.com. If you'd like to see more videos about technical subjects like this, please visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/techfieldday.
Okay, hello everyone. This is Aravind Sukumar, and I'm a systems engineer at NEC Corporation of America. And in this part of the demo, I'm going to demonstrate how NEC's SDN controller is integrated to work with a firewall appliance. And we have developed an application called firewall SDN application, which can receive the syslog messages from the firewall once it detects some unexpected behavior or infected traffic. Based on its parameters, if it receives any threat to the network, it sends a syslog message to the application, which in turn is going to talk through the REST API to the controller, the programmable flow controller, and then make a decision to isolate the particular host based on IP address, which is received on the syslog message, and then it is going to stop or block traffics from that host before it affects the other hosts in the same network or in the entire network. So that is a brief introduction, and this is the physical topology view of what we have created. I have two clients who are communicating with the server, and there is a virtual tenant network created for this channel or for this traffic to be created on the network. And then I also have the sonic wall IDS, like intrusion detection system, where I'm mirroring the packets from one of the Dell switches where the traffics are getting aggregated into the server. So I felt this is a good place where I need to mirror the packets into the sonic wall firewall. So any traffic coming into this server will be mirrored, and whenever there is some unexpected behavior, it triggers a syslog message to the application. Application drives the controller to make changes. All right, what I'm going to show is the client 2 and client 1 talk to the server. The client 1 will knowingly or unknowingly will download a file from the FTP server, which is an infected file, and within few seconds you will see that the client 1 will no longer have communication with the server, whereas the client 2 will continue to have communication with the server.
Yeah. Maybe before the demo. So where do the definitions come from? Okay, so it's something sending out so much email or something that is obviously a problem, but there's a myriad of issues that could be going on. So how do you know what the problem is, what kind of virus definitions you're using? How does that get updated?
No, that's actually a good question. So, like I said, the sonic wall is an intrusion detection system, or you can have any firewall for that matter who knows what type of prevention that needs to be secured for that particular network. So you need to update those policies in the firewall system, and the network is going to help in isolating the traffic or prevention from infecting the other hosts in the environment. So you understand the point? Yeah.
So in your testing and your development, have you experienced a lot of false positives, which I know is a problem, at least for me, and rules firing off when they shouldn't be, and then I'm continually adjusting that. Now it sounds like you're partnering with Sonic Wall, Palo Alto, so I get that, but.
I don't think there were any false alarms. I mean, we had it more restricted to set of policies that we wanted to be defined. So the user, I mean, depending on, I think the SonicWall sells based on some policy licensing, if I'm not wrong. So we picked the basic one. So based on those policies, the actions are applied on the network. So updating that policy, probably I will check with SonicWall or Palo Alto, and I can get back to you.
So whatever benefits I can get from whatever subscription I have,
Yes.
I can therefore take that from and not just apply it to the WAN, but also to everywhere. Okay.
So
Everything's kind of a mini WAN with the same policies that
Exactly.
I'm using at the edge.
thank you for reminding me. Actually, I
welcome.
forgot adding one point. So this demo is adding an extra layer of security protecting the LAN environment. So the WAN is already protected by the perimeter firewall, or you can have other firewalls which can protect there. But this is added as an extra layer of security which can be easily added into an existing network. So you don't have to add this firewall in line with taking out the cables here and there. I mean, it's not going to be complex. So this is adding an extra layer of security. So you have your current environment, and you can add this as on the side as an extra layer, so you can route the traffic through the open flow network instead of going through the legacy. So that's the only change you will be making. So that's the benefit of this, where it is easy to integrate with existing environment.
When one of these incidents happens, does it trigger an alert as well to someone who might be able to do something about it?
You will see that in the demo. I will show that. That's a good question. All right, so I think we now have a basic understanding of the demo. Let me show the clients. So this is a server, and the client 1 and client 2. So the traffic is going across the network. So the client 2 is communicating with server, and from the server I'm communicating with the client 1. So just to show you the pattern. So if you open the physical topology, once again show the flow. You here. Yeah, got it. Okay, just show the flow. Right. Great. So this is traffic to client 1. And also you will have traffic to client 2. Now, let's go to the client 1, CLI. Yeah, and we are going to download some infected file. All right, yeah, go ahead. So watch closely on this window. You will see that the traffic will stop here, but on the other side, the client 2 will continue to operate. So, okay, so now it stopped. So what happened was, like I said earlier, syslog to the application from the firewall, syslog message to the application is making the changes. So this communication between the firewall and the application, it depends on how fast you want to detect the behavior and apply that action. All these depends on how you want the firewall to react to the situation. All right. The next part is I'm going to come back to her question. All right, let's see what we get out of this. Oh, so scroll down here. Scroll down. Open the last one. Yes. All right. Can you adjust? Yes. And move to the left. You will see get messages on the left side. Yeah. Get messages. Okay, so double click on this, you can open it. All right, so this is what the network administrator will receive when the threat is detected or the quarantined. So what is in this email? It will have the IP address. So the threat was detected, the terminal has been quarantined as follows. Which terminal? It's based on this IP. Where it is located, it is connected to this particular switch based on DPID as per OpenFlow, and this port of the switch. And which part of the virtual network it belongs to? It belongs to a network called green. And then where it is, go down slowly. actually on this, oh yeah. And what type of a quarantine is created? We are creating a drop policy for that particular IP to be dropped at the ACL on the VTN or the network. And it says who is detecting. In this case, it was SonicWall. You can also have Palo Alto that can work together with the same application. So whoever is sending that message to you, you will see who detected and who took that action. All right. So next, what happens? The network admin can go there, unplug. He knows the location clearly where, it is defined where it is connected, and he can fix it, antivirus or other stuff. Yeah, refresh. And then once he feels it is ready for the host to come back to the network, so he can scroll down. Okay, so double click on the dialog. All right, so this is a job center that is where the application is using the messages to pass through from the syslog. So it is going to take what type of action is required based on this. And if you scroll to the right, yes, so right click. So this is where the administrator can select, okay, this host is ready to get back online. So and he says, okay, it's been fixed. Now and then go back to the terminal. Okay, once the OK is applied, the host is now able to come back to the network. So this is the solution which helps you in isolating and blocking the traffic from a particular host which is being infected from being distributing or infecting the other hosts in the environment. And like Don mentioned, it's not like you just have to do the block or drop action. You can also do a redirect action where if the firewall has a scrubbing system or scrubbing machine, you can redirect the traffic there instead of blocking them. So that way, at least the good traffic from that host will continue to go, but the bad ones can be scrubbed down.
Well, that's really important, is to be able to automate remediation.
It's automated, right?
Yep.
That's good. Question.
So the remediation workflow that you were just showing, so is that built into the programmable flow tool?
Yes, that is the application. It's a job function.
Okay.
So it receives the syslog, it reads some part, and then it finds out what the network information, and then applies where it has to be applied.
Right. So how do you add the workflows in there? Can you build your own workflows for with the remediation process?
This is developed for the firewall use case. I believe there is a way you can build, but it is not open. So you can you can bring your product and we can develop it for you, but I don't think it is open.
Okay.
I think it's really helpful because managing access lists, especially down to a switch port layer, is a nightmare. No one does it because it's too crazy. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely helpful to be able to do that.
That was very helpful. I wanted to show one thing. Can I take another 5 minutes? So download that file again, that infection. All right. Right. Let's wait for it to stop. Go to VTN. VTN. Open green map. Click on client 1. Double click on client 1. Click on the client 1 name. Yeah. And then go to V interface. And go there. Yeah. Safe flow filter. Yes. All right. There were multiple things that you had to do, but this is giving you a visibility of what type of ACL has been applied on the network. So from the GUI, we apply it. You can apply the ACL rule either on the host connecting to the switch port, or you can also connect. You can also create it on the vBridge, which is the virtual component that I defined. So any traffic coming into that vBridge will be applied to that particular ACL policy, or you can also do it on the virtual router, which does the routing function or routing forwarding. So in this case, we applied it on the interface of the client itself. We went all the way to the client connecting, the host connecting to the switch port, and we apply the rule there so that it is completely isolated. But there are other options, like I said. All right, this is the one that I click on that number one. Click on it. Yeah. So this is the drop condition, and the action was to drop, and you can fix it by, like I showed earlier, go to the job center and hit OK. It comes back online.